Hello, welcome to the Two Chicks Homestead podcast. We are the Two Chicks. Yay!
Hi, I am Nate.
And I'm Erin, and we talk about homesteading and living on a small piece of land.
All right, everyone, welcome to episode 27.
I can't believe we're at 27 already.
I know. It's been a busy week.
Yeah, it has.
Very, very busy week. So this weekend, since Friday, we have added a new rabbit to the rabbitry, which we're going to talk about. And then we had our chicken processing workshop over the weekend.
Yep, so we got rid of animals and added animals.
Yep. One went into the freezer and one came into the cages to possibly have some offspring to go in the freezer.
Right.
So, yeah, it was a busy weekend. It was a lot of fun.
Yep.
A lot of learning curves. So, figure we'll start with the rabbit.
Okay.
I had to run up, and so we're getting all set up Friday night for the processing because we did our chickens on Saturday. And we couldn't find the really nice knife that we have, the Havilon that we always use for processing the birds, which is almost like a razor blade. So I ran up to Rural King to go see what we could find, get some aprons for people to wear, get some paper plates and stuff for lunch, and then go look for this knife. So I found a knife like it. Got out, couldn't find any butcher aprons, so I just got the knife, and every single time I go over and I cruise the rabbits. Every time we're there, I go look at the rabbits. And the oldest has been asking for months to get a broken, which is a tri or bicolored rabbit. So we got a white rabbit with black polka dots kind of on it. So it's a black broken. It's a Californian, pretty standard breed. Looks very pretty.
We've had a couple white litters.
Yes.
Or kits that didn't make it. But
yeah, well, that and we weren't planning on holding anything back.
But she always wanted to keep one of the white ones. So.
Yeah. Well, she wanted one of the white ones that always had the blue eyes.
Yes. Yeah, those were pretty.
So, but unfortunately, we never had one of those survive all the way through where we could save it for the breeding program.
Yep.
So I saw this, I texted you, and I said, I'm at Rural King, they have this, can I bring it home? And what did you say?
I said, well, this pretty much makes it so you have to finish the shed.
Yes.
Because we need more room.
Yes, we do. So the shed is getting close. Now that we are through with the processing workshop and the meat birds are gone, there's nothing really on the schedule.
Yeah, just festivals, like, local stuff. Yeah,
local stuff, and then processing the rabbits. So that'll be coming up the next week or two.
Yep.
But really, that's it. I mean, we're starting to slow down, which is kind of nice for summer, because we've had a pretty busy early summer.
Yeah, August and September, though, can sneak up on you with stuff. I mean, we've got county fairs and...
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah, I forget about that, because she's going to want to get into the cooking one.
I mean, she won a blue ribbon last year.
I know, and those were good brownies.
For the main event, the main baking item. First time entering. The oldest won a blue ribbon.
Yep.
So she's all excited. We've already gotten all the stuff we have to do, and
cool.
You have to make the cake into the shape of your favorite animal. And so currently, that's horses.
Yep.
So
that may change to a rabbit with the new rabbit.
I don't know.
So we had to go find a cake mold.
No.
No?
No. That's not how... I have no idea what it even means.
Yeah, I don't
The shape of your animal, like 3D, or I don't know.
Yeah, you better get some fondant.
Yeah, right. Anyway.
Well, so that was pretty much the whole thing of the rabbit. Brought it home, surprised the girls, because we didn't say anything. And this was Friday night before the chicken workshop. And they did awesome. Like, they were super stoked. And it was like, 8 o'clock I came home almost?
Yeah.
Like right before bed, here's your new rabbit. All right, bedtime.
I mean, you came home and said, I got you something. What do you think it was? And the little one said Briar horses.
Yeah.
Which is the
figurines that they just got. Yeah. Yep. Nope, I got him a rabbit.
Yep. So then they of course had to argue about the name, and but it ended up being Elsa.
Yes.
Is the name.
Yes.
So that's living on a homestead with young kids.
Yep. And girls.
And like princesses.
Yep.
And,
Yep. And they get the rights to name animals.
Yeah. I mean, we had to nix a few ideas. So.
Yep. That's pretty standard with the girls, though.
Yep.
They come up with some pretty goofy names.
Yes.
So let us know if your kids come up with some goofy names for some animals on the homestead.
Yeah.
I'd love to know if we are not the only ones who do this.
Yes. Yeah, what is the goofiest name? We haven't announced anything, but maybe you'll get something.
Yeah,
for
maybe.
the goofiest name. Maybe.
Yep.
So you might as well just let us know what it is.
Exactly. So that'll be fun.
Yep.
All right, should we get into the workshop?
Yes. The meat birds are gone.
Yes.
They're gone.
Thank God.
They were... This is only our second time doing them. And last time we did it was 2 years ago. And we still have one left from that batch. And we did 10.
Yep.
So it's not something... I mean, it's really just... It's nice to have.
Yeah.
A roast chicken once in a while. But it's not something that we obviously make a ton of.
Right.
So it was just kind of something to have. So that was perfect. So we didn't even do them last year.
Yeah, because we just had the rabbits last year.
Yeah, we had the rabbits.
So.
And so doing it this year, they are stinky.
Yeah.
And
you forget how bad they are after not doing them.
You know they are.
Yeah.
But then it's like, oh my God, I'm never doing this again. And I said that last time too. And everybody likes to remind me that I said that last time too. But yeah, these ones were like, we had deaths. Yeah. Which we didn't last year. We bought 10 last year and we processed 10.
Yeah.
And this time
we lost 3.
One died the next morning after we got them.
Which is standard.
Yeah, and Royal King was out, so we didn't...
Yeah.
And the lady was like, well, you can come pick out another chicken. And it's like, well, that's not going to do me any good.
Yeah, I'm not going to put a layer in there with them and, them smush the layer.
Yeah. So we just kind of left it.
Yeah.
And then we had one do something to a leg. Break it and wouldn't move. And
I probably ran it over with a tractor, to be honest.
I mean, they're so slow that...
Yeah. Could have just broke its leg under its own weight.
Yeah. So we did that one, and we didn't end up processing it because it was only like 4 weeks in or something.
Yeah, it was way too small to actually do. So I'm pretty sure I probably broke a leg or tripped or something.
Yeah. So we just gave that to the coyotes as an offering.
Yep.
And then we just had one die.
Yeah, it was probably a heart attack.
Yeah, we went out one morning and it was
sleeping.
Dead. Yeah.
I'm sure the girls look at it and it's sleeping.
Yeah. And then the one morning I went out and there was one upside down, flapping its wings. Its legs were swinging back and forth, and so we went in and turned it over, and it kind of laid there for a little while. And I was like, I thought for sure that we were going to come out later and it was going to be dead, but then it was fine.
Yeah.
But it's like, how long were you like that? I mean, it was only overnight. It wasn't like it was like that for days, but
right. I checked out. I always check on them that night.
It's like, what the heck? So that was weird.
Yeah, I mean they're slow.
Yeah.
Lazy, stinky. I mean,
and delicious.
Yes, they are good. I will give them that. But it's like these things go from a 1 ounce chick up to what was the biggest one we processed? 7.3 pounds.
Yeah.
In 8 weeks. And I mean, we did these guys under 8 weeks.
Yeah, it would be 8 weeks this coming Thursday or something.
Right. Yeah, because we got them when we got back from SOE.
Yeah.
After we got over our little colds.
Yep.
That we had. We got them all handled, and it was They grew quick. Like,
Yeah.
I think these guys grew quicker than their last
They
batch.
were bigger than the last ones. The last ones, they were probably around 5 pounds.
Yeah, 5
And this one
6.
was around 6-7 pounds.
Yeah, they were average. The smallest one that we had was 5.1.
Yeah.
And the smallest one we had last year was
4-something.
4.3.
Yeah.
I want to say. And then they were all like 5.5.
Yeah.
Like the rest of them. And then there's like 2 or 3 7-pounders. These guys were all like the smallest was 5.1, and everybody else is like 6.5 to like 7.5.
Yeah, they were big.
So, and that was the females too. I mean, we processed all the roosters for ourselves.
Yeah.
Just to get them out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were able to let the other people, pick which one they wanted, so they'd have a better chance.
Did they pick which
Yep.
one they wanted?
Yep.
Oh, because they went in and got them.
Yeah, they went in and got them.
Yeah, so we had originally offered 6 spots, and we had 3, and 2. They were all ladies. 2
Yep.
of the ladies came yesterday. One was our neighbor. One was a new lady we met. So that was kind of cool.
Yep.
That it wasn't just our personal friends, because we of course shared it on our personal Facebook pages as well as on
The
page,
business, yeah.
the Two Chicks Homestead page. And so this lady followed the page and came. So that was cool that it got out organically that way.
Right.
And it wasn't just, I know you do this crazy stuff, so let me come see it.
Right, absolutely. I mean, that was the first one. I mean, it was our neighbor. Like, we've done a lot of stuff for her. I've actually called a couple of her birds that she's had health issues with. So it was really nice to see her come over and be willing to, learn how to do it. And she did really good.
I mean, they both went in, grabbed their chicken that they were going to do, and they did everything.
Yeah. Start to finish. They picked the chicken out, they called the chicken, they dunked it in the scalding pot, they did the plucking, and they processed the entire bird on their own. And we flat out told them, if there is any step of this you don't want to do, tell me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make you do it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was assumed that they would do the processing part,
Right.
like cleaning it out part. But yeah, anything else was, if you're not comfortable, we're not going to traumatize you.
No.
This is a learning thing. You can work up to it, but they both did it.
Jumped right in.
Yeah. So we did our birds on Saturday, which was kind of cool because it got some of the kinks out.
Yeah, it was a refresher course for us.
Yes, so it was like, okay, now I remember. Because it really is like riding a bike. Once you do it, even if it's been a couple years, it doesn't take long to get back into it.
Right.
And then so on Sunday, we did one.
Yep.
Showed them the whole process, and then they each did their own.
Yeah. Yeah, so they had the opportunity to ask us questions and kind of go on from there. And they did really good. Like, they asked you a ton of questions as you're going through and processing it. Like, what steps this? What steps this?
Yep.
And as they did theirs, it was, okay, I saw you do this. Am I going down far enough cutting around the vent? Am I cutting the legs off in the right spot?
It was hard. It was hard to tell them, go deeper or do it gentlier, or you can, go
a little bit harder,
So it was hard. It was definitely hard to hands off walk them through it, because I kept saying, I can show you, but I don't want to step on your toes. So if you want me to show you, I can show you again, but I don't want to do this for you, and I don't want to feel like you didn't get out what you paid for.
Right.
So it was really interesting to be on the other side. And we are not experts.
No.
We put that out there right away. We just, this is a hobby.
Yeah.
We enjoy is not the right word, but at the same time it is.
Yeah.
We enjoy doing this and knowing where our food came from.
Right.
And we wanted to share it.
And when you and I do stuff like this, when we process animals, it's like the one time where you and I are side by side working together.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of times you and I kind of do our own
We do
thing.
have our own separate jobs.
Right. But when we're processing animals, I think that's kind of my favorite because you and I are pretty much right there with each other, doing stuff together.
Yeah, and Saturday was fun because we had music on. The kids were out there.
Yeah.
You know, we had so we use the hopper popper,
Yes.
and that's like a bar.
Yeah, it's a piece of rebar mounted to the wall, so we use cervical dislocation, basically pull the chicken's head off.
Yes, so basically you pull the chicken's head off.
Yes.
And there were a couple times where the head was just kind of
Chilling
like,
up there.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I didn't get any pictures. It was up
I
there.
didn't. I mean, we got the video, but I don't even know if Facebook would allow that video.
Yeah, I don't think they would either, but
But the kids, we've got a 9 and a 5-year-old. The 9-year-old has changed like almost a 360.
Yeah, she's like night and day.
Like when we first started doing this, she was like, "Nope, not doing it." We had Grandma and Grandpa out here when we processed last time because she was not having any part of this.
Nope, didn't even want to be anywhere near any of this
Since
stuff.
then, she was out there the whole time.
Yep.
Watched everything.
Yeah,
asked
watched
a
everything.
million questions.
11 times. There wasn't a bird she missed.
Yes.
She was out there 11 for all 11 birds.
Yep.
Watching step by step.
Watched the whole thing, and we may be bad parents, but there was a head left on, and she was like, "What are you gonna do with that?" And we said,
"Sorry, that'd be the pencil, the iPad."
So we said, "Well, if you take it off there and throw it in the bucket, we'll go for ice cream." And she kind of heed and hawed about it, like, "I want to, but I don't want to." Because all you had to do was pick it up by the comb. It was a rooster.
It was a rooster.
Big comb. He
Huge
said
comb.
pick it up. And then little 5-year-old was like, "I'll do it." You know, tough girl. "I'll do it."
Yeah.
I can't reach it.
Yeah. So just far enough out.
So I was like,
reach.
okay. So I think you picked her up and she touched the comb and then said, "Oh no."
Yep.
No, big sis can do it.
Yep.
So then, we just kind of stepped back and said, "If you don't want to, let us know.
Yeah.
We're not going to make you do this, but if you want to, we'll
go get
wait."
ice cream.
So she did it. I mean, she picked that head off and threw it in the bucket.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Actually, they both did it. I think
they
you
both
held up
did.
the little one and they both picked it up. And
dropped it in the bucket. I mean, it was moving it like an inch to drop it in the bucket.
But still, that's a big, I mean, that's huge compared to how she was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So that was fun. So I don't even know how I got on that story, but Saturday we had the music going and, we're just in our groove and
I mean,
did our thing and
everybody, the girls did awesome. Both the ladies that showed up did awesome. Thanks Trish and Jen for showing up. You guys were amazing.
Yep.
And you guys, I mean,
it made it worth it.
Yes.
To do it.
Yeah, just sit down and chit-chat.
Yeah.
And that's what it was.
Because we're not people.
No.
Like, we would prefer to not chit-chat.
Right.
But we always benefit from it.
We chit-chat with people who have the same mentality. And I find that a lot easier. Like, you and I do not have time for people who don't have interest.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to learn how to do this stuff, I'll bend over backwards.
Yeah. Well, I'll be awkward about it, but I'll talk about it all day long.
Right. Yeah, people give me a hard time going on and on about the ham radio stuff. It's fun for me.
It's a passion.
Right. And I can chit-chat about it all day. I can chit-chat about processing a hog. I can talk about rabbits all day. The girls will bend your ears and almost rip them off if you let them talk about rabbits.
Yeah, I mean, Sunday we offered lunch with the chicken processing. I made barbecue rabbit and barbecue pulled pork sandwiches. Yep. And I was panicked because it was like, I got to rush in and get it out so that nobody's like standing there waiting. Well, I rushed out and the girls were still off giving the tour. They're the official tour guides. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, that was probably, food probably sat there for a half hour.
Yeah. Yeah, because we were just out talking in the
Right.
rain, in a
Yeah, I mean,
thunderstorm.
it's pouring down rain, and we're out there talking about the rabbits,
And
the zucchini,
gardens
the
and-
squash. I mean, everything out in the garden.
Yeah.
Which the garden, oh my God, that is huge.
Yes.
But that's another episode for that. So
Yeah. So we did charge for the classes.
Yep.
We had 3 people pay.
Mhm.
One lady canceled.
Right.
I was not giving refunds.
Nope.
And so I offered her, I said, well, because we did add another day for her.
Right.
So we had 3 left tonight because we didn't want 2 to die or something.
Right. So
and
we
not,
so the way that we did it, we did ours the 5 on Saturday. So we had 11 birds total. We did 5 on Saturday. We took 5 of the 6 roosters out. So we left one of the other roosters in there. So we just do that real quick and process that one out. But we wanted to have enough if one of them died overnight
right.
to be able to process one while they watch and then do theirs. So we're not just going, okay, here's your bird. Now you process the bird.
Yeah, without seeing one. Because
Right.
that's the whole point, is to see it in person.
Right. So we saved a couple back just in case we lost one last night or the night before. And that worked out pretty good. I mean, we were able to get them done pretty quick. It was about 20 minutes each.
Yeah. So today we had 3 to do, even though we only had 1 person coming. Because
Right.
it was like, well, yeah, like you said, I still want to have 1 to show.
Right.
So we did charge for 3, which covered, what did we end up? We paid like,
$247 for the birds
and that's with
The
food
feed
and everything.
and the books that we bought.
Yes, we bought books to give out at the class.
Right.
And I overbought, but
Yeah.
that's all right.
I mean, we're planning on having 6, and it wouldn't hurt to have a couple floating
Yeah.
around. So you always got to plan for worst case. I mean, if somebody had come to us and said, I really want 2 extra seats to have my family members come, and we end up selling 8,
Right.
so be it. Then we had 2 books sitting here.
Yeah.
Like we ordered 10 books.
Yep.
So,
But yeah, it ended up being, I mean, we paid $25 out of pocket.
yeah, it was like
for-
$23.45 out of pocket to put 9 birds in. 9.
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
we gave 1 to the neighbor.
Yep.
So the one that was paid for, we processed that and gave it to the neighbor, the cool neighbor.
Yeah.
And then your mom took 1.
Yeah. Yeah, my parents came out and helped us. I mean, they help us with everything.
Right.
So, yeah, she took a chicken home. So it's kind of nice that it wasn't like, this chicken just cost me $50, over the course of spending feed. It
Right.
was, hey, I have enough.
Right.
Like, I can afford to give some of this away to people that have helped us out.
Right, absolutely. And it's greatly appreciated that we're able to do this. I mean, we're not in it here to make money on doing any of this stuff.
Right. But, yeah, I wanted people to sign up that were serious.
Right.
And weren't just going to be like, oh, it's $20. I'm just
Yeah.
not going to show up.
Right. So, yeah, it is what it is. We had a ton of fun. We met some great people.
Yep.
We learned some stuff.
Yes.
We made some mistakes.
Yep.
So, let's get into that, the mistakes that were made.
Okay.
So, they were pretty much on all my part. So, you did really good butchering the chickens. Like, I mean, they are clean as all get out.
Yeah.
All the cuts are right. I'm thinking with the hopper popper, it was because
So you did it differently last time.
yeah, last time I did the kill cones, the first go around, and by the end of the day, I looked like an episode of Dexter. I just covered head to toe because I'm doing these birds at like shoulder height.
Yeah.
Because that's where it's easy for me. I can see, you pull the head through the bottom of the cone, you cut the head off. Well, these ones I did in the hopper popper, and then I had a 5-gallon bucket underneath. Well, the first couple went really good, and then they started breaking the wings, and the bones would poke through at the joints. And I don't know if it was partly the hopper popper, and then doing it in the cones and then flapping their wings, or if it was the plucker that we have. Like, I don't know it could be a combination of the both.
Or, yeah, just thin skin.
Yeah,
I mean,
thin
who
bones.
knows?
I mean, we never had a problem last year.
Yeah.
Like, I think one of them we had the skin come off.
Yeah.
And that's, at least last year. I know one of them, the skin looked real goofy. And then we had the skin come off this year because I think I had the water too hot.
Yeah, the scalding pot.
Yeah. I think I had that like 190, 200, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't paying attention.
Well, it was getting back into the groove of things.
Right. So we kept the water 140, 145, and we did pretty good with that. And then 180 to 200 to shrink the bags.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I need to figure out something different with the wings. Because that was...
Because then you switch to like a bigger, I don't know what those...
The horse trough buckets. Like those big feed buckets that you give the horses.
With straw in it.
Right. And I still had one break a wing in there. So I'm not sure if it's something I'm doing wrong. So if anybody wants to give me a tip, that would be a better way to do it.
Yeah. I mean, it's like... Yeah, because once you call them,
mm-hmm.
they're
flapping like crazy.
I mean, it's not like you could take them and gently, hold their wings closed.
Yeah. I mean, it's what they say about you cut a chicken's head off and it runs around like crazy.
Yeah.
Is the God's honest truth. Like, if you've never processed a bird, you will understand that. And it's just, I don't really want to take the bird's head off and throw it in the yard and let it run around.
Right. I mean, yeah, no.
I mean, if we live a little further out in the country, no problem.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like the end of the world. But yeah, it was just kind of like, darn it.
Yeah, we got like 3 or 4 good ones.
Yeah.
That came out really nice, really clean,
mm-hmm.
and then there were a couple that broke the wings, and it's like, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
So.
It happens.
Mm-hmm. It is what it is.
Yeah, but I think that was pretty much it.
Yeah, I think that was the biggest mistake of the weekend.
Yeah.
Nobody burned themselves. Nobody cut themselves.
No, we didn't have to call 911 or use a tourniquet or anything.
Nobody threw up. Nobody passed out.
Yeah.
Nobody cried. At least that I saw. I didn't see anybody cry.
I may have cried from anxiety.
Yeah.
That's normal.
So, but yeah, over 3 days, got 11 birds processed. Got food in the freezer.
Yeah, I think, I've got one that just finished in the crock pot that I'm going to shred, and we're going to do another one. I think we're going to freeze dry some shredded chicken just to keep space in the freezer.
Yeah.
Because that'll be good for pot pies, anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that was, those birds take up a lot of room.
They do. They're very big.
Yeah.
And yeah, they don't like stack well.
No, they don't. Not like the ground from the pork where you flatten that out in 1 pound packs and
even the rabbits you can at least Tetris them together, but
right. Yeah, the chickens are just like a basketball.
Big, yeah, it's like bowling balls and yeah. But that's all right.
Yeah, that's pretty much about it. I mean, it's a great weekend, a ton of work, well worth it. Mm-hmm. And it was nice to get some questions when you're doing a rabbit processing class.
Yes. So that may be in the future.
Yeah.
If we start getting, more, we've got 2 new ones that will be breeding this fall. Fingers crossed that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll
well.
see how everything goes.
Mm-hmm.
And if we get, 10 to 15 kits in the fall, then we'll host something.
Yeah, something small again.
Yeah. Have a few people come over and they can learn how to do it.
Yeah.
So, I think that's pretty much about it. You got anything else?
I just want to thank everybody listening on the Fountain.
Oh yeah.
App.
Yeah, Fountain.fm.
Yeah.
So Corey from the Lots Project and Baby Walter and Company.
Yeah.
Did she
did the clips.
Yeah, she found a clip of us chit-chatting.
And so that's really cool. So I'll be starting to do that on TikTok more.
Yeah.
Because that's really neat just to get just some of the little, podcast blurbs out.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, you can tip on there, and we've noticed, some
Yeah,
tips and
few
things.
transactions, a few
Yeah.
boosts, and it's appreciated. I mean, that's straight up Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
So it definitely comes, it's penny here, penny there. It all adds up after a while.
Yeah.
So
we definitely appreciate that.
absolutely. So what else we got? Is that pretty much it?
I think that's pretty much it. This is kind of a now we can breathe this week.
Get some sleep.
Yeah. 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 I mean, the chickens, the meat chickens, it's not hard work.
No.
It's just, ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Every morning it's like, ugh.
Yeah. You guys
roll them out, clean them up.
Yeah. You
change
guys
the food
stink.
like 10 times,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and going to get food and...
Yeah, the amount of water they fly through, the amount
Yeah.
of food they fly through.
And it's hot, and I'm not,
Yeah.
It's hot.
Yeah.
They drink water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, they are...
And we don't even have that many.
No. But if we had them on a true
true
tractor outside.
Yeah.
So the way we're doing it, we have them in like a little rolly tractor.
Which the new wheels.
Yes.
That made a huge difference
Yes.
of being able to wheel them out there.
that was a Harbor Freight buy.
Yeah.
So that'll a few of them snuck out.
But they don't run fast.
No, they don't.
You can just kind of mosey on over, go, oh.
Yeah, grab them by the feet. The girls came running around the corner Saturday. One's loose, it's walking into the backyard.
They're just wobbling along.
Yep, and gets about 5 feet, sits down, moves another 5 feet, sits down.
Like, this is nice.
Says, "Where's my food?" But yeah, it's funny to see those guys. I mean, seeing all them snuggle up next to the food, and I mean, they sit next to the food, and they just lay there and eat.
Yeah.
And eat. And eat some more.
Yeah, because at the end, we start taking the food away at night, and so then we give it to in the morning, and it's like a pack of wolves.
Oh, yeah. They chased the feeder out, was it Friday we moved them out there?
Yeah.
And maybe Saturday... Yeah, it was Friday. I think I had to go replace the feed. And 3 of them chased the bucket of feed out of the cage after me to get it because it was empty. Like, get back in there.
But that's it now.
Yep, we're done.
Yep.
We're done for at least a year.
At least, yeah.
So, I think if we do chickens again, we need a livestock guardian dog so they're not in the garage anymore. 'Cause that stinks.
Yeah.
Figuratively and literally.
Yeah. Or just do quail instead. See if we've got room in the shed.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to give that a shot. So we got to talk to some people that have quail.
Yep.
So we met somebody. They got quail. And then we know we have another friend, Mike. So we might actually have to sit down and talk with them.
Yeah. All right. I think that's about it.
All right. We'll see you guys next time.
All right. See you on the homestead where something is always growing, eating, or cooking.